Am I the a-hole for telling my girlfriend she only grew up poor because her parents were selfish? My girlfriend frequently mentions how she grew up poor, how she didn't have this or that other kids had, how she never had new clothes or shoes and had to wear a lot of her brother's hand-me-downs. She often didn't have enough food to eat. The problem is that, while her parents are generally nice people, her parents are just very bad with money, spoil themselves, and do a lot of impulse buying. They're the types to buy something on credit now and figure out how to pay for it later. Both her parents worked. Her mother made above minimum wage, and her father was often a store manager at nice places. So their income was good, but they pissed through it. The mother didn't know how to cook. If she made anything, it was a box meal like Hamburger Helper. Never any big meals from scratch to last all week. Most of the time, though, they ate fast food every night because her mother didn't want to cook. My girlfriend has told me she used to beg for vegetables, even canned, but her mother said vegetables were too expensive and for rich people. Her mother just doesn't like them. Her mother only eats junk like snack cakes, cookies, chips, chocolates, etc. My girlfriend's father has OCD and is obsessed with vacations. Every year they go on 3 to 5 long and expensive trips, only to get home to find the power was off because the bills hadn't been paid in months. My girlfriend needed serious dental work as a child and never got it because her parents needed a 5th vacation that year. If she got sick, she was afraid to ask to go to the doctor because her mother would yell at her about the cost, even though they had insurance. Every Christmas, her parents get themselves something really nice and lavish, but give my girlfriend something really cheap or some random regift, all while saying how broke they are. They've drilled it into her head so much that they are broke since she was a child, that she believes it. My girlfriend is too blinded by her love for them to realize they've been lying to her for her entire life. Her parents also got a lot of money from other relatives passing away and still get evicted from nearly every apartment they lived in for not paying. These were always cheap apartments in bad areas, never any place nice or expensive. During COVID, my girlfriend had a hard time finding canned cat food. I made a 5-hour trip, even out of state, and bought her all I could, with my own money. Should have been enough to well over 6 months. She told her parents, who also have a cat. The next weekend, I was going out of town. While I was gone, her parents, who never have the gas to visit, somehow managed to visit and guilt her into giving them almost all of the cat food because they couldn't find it either, supposedly, even though they live in a much bigger city. Anyway, we got in an argument the other night, and she threw it in my face that I grew up with money and didn't know what it was like to be poor, even though she knows I did and had just as bad a childhood as she did. So I told her she didn't need to grow up poor and that her parents just spoiled themselves instead. Now she's mad at me. AITA, her parents also forced her to work from middle school through most of high school, usually under-the-table jobs due to her age, and kept all of the money she made, saying she needed to do it or else they'd have to move again, or some other guilt trip. Meanwhile, her older brother never had to work at all. Edit 2. It's sad I have to even make this addendum. Yes. Only her mother cooked. The dad doesn't know how to cook at all. Not sure how his inability to make a dinner makes me sexist? Out of my whole post, that's the part a handful of y'all are choosing to hyperfixate on? Really? If anything, did you just glaze over how he worked in management? That usually means salaried, so way more than 40 hours. Based off that alone, not his inability to cook, means they would have eaten much later in the evening if he had to make meals after getting home. Especially with his wife getting off work hours earlier. My girlfriend has mentioned her father attempted cook about once a year, and it was always awful. It's a running joke in their family about how awful he is at cooking anything, but that's not a relevant detail to a story about her parents taking advantage of and mistreating her. Take your issue with her father not cooking up with him, and not me. TLDR, girlfriend's parents made good money, but spent it all on themselves, blowing it on luxuries like vacations, fast food, or whatever. While my girlfriend went hungry a lot and wore her brother's old clothes. In an argument, I told her that her parents cared more about themselves, and now she's mad.